Hello, this is Moody Alshehaby and this is our 6th video of our Adobe After Effect course from scratch. In our previous video, we've talked about the type tool, type on a path and how to animate it, as well as we've exercised 3 different ways for text animation. Today in our video, we'll go through the 3D concept, how to create a 3D text as well as a logo or a PNG picture. Our first part in this video starts on the time shown in the screen now, and it will be about the 3D text. The second part starts on the time shown in the screen now, and it will be about a 3D logo or a PNG picture. Now, without any further ado, let's start. We're gonna start now with our 3D text. Create your own composition. Now get your type tool and type wherever you want. I will scale it up a little. Center it to my comp. I will center my anchor point as well. To convert your layer to a 3D layer, you will need to check that layer cube icon in here. Then you will start seeing your X, Y, and Z handles on your layer. However, if you pressed on W to get your rotation tool and rotated your layer, it ain't a 3D layer yet. Well, open your arrow beside your layer here and down to geometry options. Most likely this option will be inactive for you if that's your first time to use it. To activate this option, all you need to do is go to your composition, right click and choose composition settings. Then click on 3D renderer. Then make sure it's on Cinema 4D because usually it's on Classic 3D. Then hit OK. Now open this geometry options and from the extrusion depth, increase the value from here. If you try to rotate your layer now, you will see it thick, however, it doesn't look so good yet. And that's when it comes to the light option. Right click in here, go to new, then light, name spotlight 1, light type spot, white color, intensity 100%, then make sure that cast shadows is highlighted, then hit OK. Now we've got our light. Even before I move it or do anything else, if you rotated your layer, you can see some kind of 3D in here. Now we will just have to enhance it. I'm gonna start moving my light to place it to wherever I would get a better view on my layer. I will check and try different angles. This angle looks much better. You can always go back to geometry option to increase or decrease the thickness of your words. It also depends on your comp size. The bigger your comp is, the more values you will need here. Let's enhance our 3D look. Press on Ctrl D to duplicate your light layer. Press P from your keyboard to bring up the position option. And since the light works only with 3D layer, you will see all those 3 values in here, the X, Y, and Z angles. The more you move it, the more effect you can get on your layer. Also, you can open your light layer, and from the light option, you have the light color. You can change it to whatever color you want. As you see here, you've got a nice color shading on your layer. Now if we need to animate this, we will have to create a new camera. Right click in here, go to new, then camera. I will get the 50mm lens, then hit OK. Press P from your keyboard to bring the position option. Move your timeline indicator a bit farther, then click on the stopwatch to create your first keyframe in this position. Now place your timeline indicator at the start, then go to Camera, then get the Orbit Camera tool, and with this option start to move and rotate your layer. I will try to place it straight here like this, and you will get your other keyframe. Select both keyframes, easy ease them. Activate the motion blur icon on my layer as well. Hit the spacebar from your keyboard to see your 3D animation. We've talked in so much details about the animation options in previous videos of this course, so we will make it short in this video, as we need to focus more on how to create the 3D in here. You can add as many light layers as you want. Also, change the colors as you wish to. Let's add one more layer. Ctrl D to duplicate this one. Press P to get the position option. It changed the Y position. You got more light effect in here. I will change the color as well. Get the reddish color to get some real cool effect in your layer. That was our first 3D exercise. Now to our second option. To start your 3D process, highlight your layer, then you check that little cube icon from here to convert your layer to a 3D layer. Once you checked it, you will see your X, Y, and Z handles. Previously, we've used the light to give the depth to our 3D layer. This time, we're gonna try a different method. We need to create different shade between the front layer and the rest of the layers. So, we will get an effect called Levels. Double click on it to activate it. Now we will only increase the input black. Increase it to however you want. That will only be on the back layers. We will remove it later on from the front layer. So don't be afraid to make it very dark. From your layer here, open your transform option. You already have your X, Y, and Z rotation options. However, we will use the position option this time. You've got your position here X, Y, and Z. Now right click on position and select separate dimensions. In your Z options, press on Alt and click on the stopwatch to add your expression. Just write index. Make sure it's all small letters so you don't get an error. Then click anywhere. Now just highlight your layer and press on Ctrl D to duplicate it. The more you duplicate it, the more depth you get in your layer. But before we continue, to see my 3D I will have to change my preview option. From Active Camera to Custom View 1. Now my logo is angled and that will help me to check on my 3D option. Now just press on Ctrl D to duplicate your layer as many times as you want to create your 3D. I will go up to 50 layers or so. Now we've got a thick 3D, however the colors on my logo look like they are all smeared or merged. That's why I will select my top layer and remove the level effects to give it its original color. And now you start to see some depth. I'm gonna rotate this logo 360 degrees, so I will remove it also from the back layer. So while it's rotating, the front and the back layer they will look alike. Now you start to see your 3D and your depth. So you can use those levels or the light to define your 3D depth. Now select all the layers, right click and pre-compose them. Change the name if you wish so. Make sure after you pre-compose it to check your 3D cube icon. Also, to get your 3D effect back, see that little sun in here? You have to activate this icon here to get all the effects you have done in your layers before you pre-compose it. I will go back to my active camera. If you want to check on your 3D, get your rotation tool, shortcut W, and rotate it a little bit. See here all your depth and dimension. It looks nice. I will go back with Ctrl Z to start my animation. Again, it will be a simple animation as today's video is all about 3D. Open your transform option. From the Y rotation option, press on the stopwatch to create your first keyframe. Move your handle all the way back and give it a 360 degree to get your second keyframe. That means it will rotate once. If you want to rotate it more, just change this figure in here. I will make it 2 times. Select my keyframes and easy ease them. Hit the space bar to play your animation. You see here you've got the front and the back layer with the same colors, while the rest of the layers in between got a different shade to define your 3D depth. And that's what the levels were for. That was the video for today, the 3D concept. We've used the light and the camera concept, as well as an expression with the levels effect. In our next video, we'll talk more about the mask. What is it and how we benefit from it? What's the difference between the mask and the alpha matte? And how to remove an object from a video. Tune in with me for the next video. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a great day. Bye bye.